Hello everyone, in this video I'll show you how to install and set up a WordPress website on Ubuntu or Debian. Most importantly, we'll secure the site with a free SSL certificate from Let's Encrypt. First, to have a website running on the internet, you need a domain name. You can purchase this domain from any provider. Next, you need to create at least two A records, one for 8 and one for www, both pointing to the IP address of your server. If you don't know how to create DNS records, check out the tutorial video I've linked in the description below. Here's a quick explanation using this diagram. If you are using a VPS or cloud server, you only need to point the A record directly to the server's IP address. But if you are hosting the server locally in your network, you need to point the A record to the public IP address of your router or firewall. Then, on the router or firewall, you must configure NAT and forward ports 80 and 443 to the server that hosts your website. Next, make sure that the LAMP stack is installed on your server. This includes Apache, MySQL, or MariaDB, and PHP, the essential components required for WordPress to run. Now, check the status of the Apache service to make sure it is running on your system. Next, check the status of the MySQL or MariaDB server to ensure that the database service is also running properly on your system. Next, make sure that PHP is installed on your system, since it is a required component for WordPress to run. Next, check the firewall to make sure that ports 80 and 443 are open to allow HTTP and HTTPS traffic. Alright, everything is ready. Next, install the required PHP extensions so that WordPress can work with all its features. Next, we will create a database for WordPress. First, log into the MySQL or MariaDB server using the root account to start creating the database. We will create a database for the website, including a new database, a user, and granting that user full privileges. Make sure to replace the sample information with your own credentials. Okay, now reload the privileges we've just set and exit the database server. Now that the database has been created, the next step is to download the latest version of WordPress. First, navigate to the web server's root directory. Now download the latest version of WordPress from the official website. You will see that the downloaded file is named Latest. Now extract this file to get the WordPress source code. Once extracted, you will see a folder named WordPress by default. You can rename this folder if you want. Okay, after renaming the folder to the name you want, The next step is to set the correct permissions. We'll use the chown command to assign ownership to the web server, and the chmod command to grant proper access rights. Make sure that the directory permissions are set correctly so the web server can read and write the necessary data. Now, create a new virtual host configuration file for your website inside the Sites Available directory. Then, add the sample configuration content that I prepared like this into the file. Enter your own email address in the server admin line to receive notifications if there are any issues from the server. Next, enter your domain name in the server name line. Next, enter your subdomain in the server alias line. In addition, make sure that the path to the folder, the WordPress folder you renamed, matches in both the document root and directory lines. Now save the file and exit the configuration. Next, enable the virtual host you've just created to activate the configuration for your website. Next, enable the Apache Rewrite module so that WordPress can use friendly URLs. And also, disable the default Apache site to avoid conflicts with your WordPress website. Next, restart the Apache service to apply the recent changes. Finally, check the status of Apache 2 to make sure it is still running after the restart. Okay, we're almost done. Next, open your browser and go to your domain name to start the WordPress installation process. Select the language you want to install for WordPress, then click Continue to proceed. Here, enter the information for database name, database user, and database password that we created in Step 3. Then, click Submit to confirm the information and proceed with the installation. Next, click on Run the installation to start the WordPress installation process. In this step, you need to enter the basic information for your website, including site title, username, password, and your email. Make sure to fill in all the details and remember them for future login. Finally, click Install WordPress to complete the installation process. After the installation is complete, you will see a success message. Now click on Log In and use the admin account you just created to access the WordPress dashboard. Right after logging in, you'll be taken to your website's admin dashboard, where you can easily manage posts, pages, media, themes, and other settings. However, at this point, your website is not yet secured, so the connections are not fully protected. Next, we'll install a free SSL certificate from Let's Encrypt to secure your website and ensure all connections are safe. To obtain the certificate, first we need to install a tool that manages SSL, allowing us to automatically create and renew certificates for the website. Next, we'll request a free SSL certificate from Let's Encrypt using the following command. Enter your email to receive important notifications regarding your SSL certificate. Next, type Y to accept the terms and proceed. Next, type Y to continue and complete the SSL certificate request process. Okay. If the free certificate request is successful, you'll see a window like this, confirming that the SSL has been issued and activated. Now, restart the Apache service to apply the changes and activate SSL on your website. Okay, now open your browser and visit your website to check if HTTPS is working. Okay, your website now has SSL successfully installed, and all connections are secure and encrypted. So we've successfully set up a WordPress website fully secured with SSL. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tutorials.